Where do we even start, babe?
With this.
It looks good. Yeah, it's getting
You start
long.
with this. Should I cut my hair? No.
It has been 2.5 months. In our last video, we said we'll have a video next week.
Yeah, well,
And then
a couple weeks later.
A baby came.
Yeah, that didn't exactly go according to plan.
Yeah. So today's video is sponsored by Squarespace. We're going to catch you guys up on why we've been gone for like 2.5 months. Emergency induction, finishing a van, being totally burnt out, all those things.
Yeah, lack of sleep. We had a kid. His name's Waylon.
Waylon is here. Maybe he'll make a cameo. So, I guess we'll just jump into that part. During the end of my pregnancy, the last few weeks leading up to before I had to go through an induction, I was just feeling so insanely tired, which is normal when you're pregnant, but like way more tired than usual. I just wasn't hungry anymore. I had the worst heartburn, again, normal pregnancy symptom, but not really for me. And then I had this insane itching, like insane. My hands, my feet, like a lot of my body a lot of the time, but the hands and the feet were the worst.
Definitely not normal.
It was insane, and I like literally couldn't even sleep at the end because I would just be up itching myself, and it was the weirdest thing. And I actually follow somebody on Instagram that had mentioned she had itchy feet and ended up getting diagnosed with something called cholestasis. And I was like, maybe I have this, and I brought it up to my midwife. They kind of dismissed it. Oh, like, you know, that could just be hormonal, whatever. And I was like, no, it's just really, I don't feel right. I have this heartburn, itching like crazy, no appetite at all. And you could just tell I was just... I just wasn't myself.
The end of pregnancy just went downhill real quick.
Yeah, and so I ended up getting this blood test to check. They check your bile acid level in your blood. The itching is actually because of the bile acids in your body, all the hormones. You're not able to like process things as your body normally would. And if you go past 37 weeks, if you are diagnosed with cholestasis, there's risk to the baby of stillborn and stillbirth, whatever. And so it's really scary. And that was another thing that was keeping me up at night, is I was like, if I have this, I'm really worried about, like, is our baby going to be okay? Yeah. And so on Friday, this is a long story, but I figure some of you want these details. On Friday, I went in to get my blood drawn. By Monday, I had an appointment. I was 37 weeks and like 4 days or something, so a little bit past the 37-week mark. And Monday morning, went into the doctor, and they were like, yep, you have it. We can induce you today. And I was like, yep, let's do it. So I literally called Alex. I'm like, I'm coming home we're packing our stuff. And
because that's been one really weird thing about this pregnancy, because of all of the COVID restrictions. Like, I can't go to any of the appointments with Sarah like we did during our first pregnancy. So she's at the doctor, and I know all of this is going on. So I'm like scrambling, trying to wrap up stuff for a build that we're finishing. So if we do have to go in and she's going to be induced today, that like we're prepped and stuff is still getting done, because we still have kind of a deadline there. Luckily, our client was great and they were super understanding, but it was definitely both of us running around in a million different directions right up to the point that we went and drove to the hospital.
Yeah, it was all just happened so fast. The itching came on so extreme, like that whole weekend before I got induced, I couldn't even sleep. I was literally sitting on her couch, just like icing my feet, trying to figure out any way that I could like get rid of the itch, because I was literally going to lose my mind. And so we went in Monday, got induced.
Which, by the way, Sarah's not a very emotional person. And
I was crying all the time.
She was having a rough go, which was
I was losing it.
Not normal for her. And so that, like, I knew something wasn't right.
There were just so many things. And I really pushed for that blood test, because I'm like, this isn't normal.
Yes, so you have to be your own advocate.
Yep, and so then went in for the induction around noon on Monday.
Yep.
And, man, getting induced is a whole other experience. Still a little traumatized from some of that. Won't go into too many of the details there, but I was induced. Terrible experience up front, but then ended up, once my water broke, he was born in like 2 hours.
Oh my goodness.
I pushed him out in 10 minutes.
This kid just slid right out.
And then we were on a whole nother whirlwind. When he was born, he just wasn't crying and like kind of having like the normal reaction a newborn should have when they're born.
He had a lot of fluid, so they were trying to get fluid out of his lungs so that he could breathe more normally, take deeper breaths, actually cry. They actually kept him in our room for over an hour trying to clear that.
2 hours in our room.
They did a lot of stuff in our room, and the nurses and everyone there was great. The NICU nurse actually came from the NICU to our room, and they were trying to treat him there because they really were trying not to take him to the NICU and not to take him from us. But after like 2 hours, they finally just decided, okay, his oxygen levels aren't where we want them to be. So they did end up taking him to the NICU, and he was there for 6 days.
Yeah, it still makes me emotional thinking about it.
Yeah.
It was really hard just to have your baby taken from you right after they're born.
Yeah.
And I think that was one of the hardest things we had to go through. He's doing amazing now. But just thinking about it, it was really, really tough. And, then we felt like we were splitting our time, with Vance. We really didn't have that much time with Vance. Luckily, my parents live here now, and it was amazing having their support. They were actually staying with us because they hadn't moved into their new house yet. So timing-wise, it worked out. But
also, her nanny Kayla is a rock star.
Yeah, amazing.
Wow. So between that support network, we really felt like everything was good at home. But being in the hospital, having Vance or Waylon, I keep doing that. Names are interchangeable at this point. But having Waylon in the NICU, because they didn't.
Hard.
It was like after they got him all set, they got him situated. He was on the CPAP, and
that was so hard seeing him on the CPAP. Just seeing your baby. He had a feeding tube. Seeing your baby like that.
And as I was leaving from okay, he's all set, the nurse stops me and she's like, just so you know, you can have a primary parent. And then that person can come in and out of the NICU as many times as you want to, but the other person can only come in once a day.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, are you serious?
Yeah.
I can only come in once a day and see my son. So that was really challenging. And again, it's the COVID restrictions and all the new rules that these hospitals are putting in place for our protection, and I appreciate that. And we ended up having some conversations later on because there were no other children in the NICU the entire time he was there. So they did loosen up the restrictions after a few days, and I was able to go in and see him. And only one of us could go in at a time. Mm-hmm. That was the other really hard thing. So finally they let both of us go in. And after 3 days of her going in for a little bit, me going in to actually sit there with him together
as a family, that we hadn't even experienced that really yet because he got taken to the NICU so quickly.
Yeah.
It was really, really hard. And then we finally got to bring him home, which was the best day ever that we got to bust out of that hospital. The NICU nurses were all so amazing, and we're so grateful he got the care that he needed to get. But it was really tough seeing our baby like that. And now he's doing amazing. He's a little chunk. He's over 12 pounds already and 8 weeks old. So I can't believe it's been 8 weeks already.
He's such a little fatty. He just wants to eat.
Yeah. He's not sleeping great through the night yet, which...
That's a whole other story.
Made us really tired. So that's kind of the update family-wise. With all of that going on, we just really needed a break from YouTube, from just a lot of stuff. And we were still wrapping up the van for Battleborn, which we will share the van tour with that van probably next month.
Yeah.
We have to wait for some special stuff that's releasing.
Products
soon.
that aren't even available yet.
So we'll share that when we can. And what else? Yeah, we finished. That was the 13th van build.
Yeah, we finished
and now
that.
We're finally to the point. It's been 8 weeks, which is crazy. It's been 8 weeks since we've had him. But we're to the point now where we've had some time off that I think we're going to start our van.
Yeah. We wanted to have a little bit of time to relax, enjoy, and settle into a new routine. There hasn't been a whole lot of relaxing, but
no.
We've had projects around the house. We've had projects with Sarah's parents because they've moved into their new house, helping them get all set up. I decided that I was going to kind of revamp the shop, so I bought a whole bunch of new stuff from Home Depot that then I had to put together, just more storage and get more organized before we ramp back up again in production. And Sarah and I are both very fitness oriented. We both have backgrounds as certified personal trainers, and I am a religious gym nut. And so with all of the COVID issues going on, we haven't felt comfortable going to the gym. I'm not going to work out wearing a mask. that's just not something I could do.
Well, with 2 little kids, we just don't,
Yeah.
especially newborn, don't want to expose ourselves.
The risk isn't worth it for us. So we also bought some weight equipment and built a whole home gym out in our garage with space heater. So
Yep, we've been busy, but we are excited for the new year to share more content with you guys.
I just realized I didn't turn off the space heater.
We're going to have a real toasty garage out there. And we are going to start our van build soon and do a build series because there are so many things that we have changed. A lot of you still watch our old build series, and sometimes we think it's a little embarrassing.
So I keep bringing this up to Sarah, and I want to know from you guys, do you want to watch us roast our old build video series? That was our second van we had ever built, and we did day-by-day commentary, which was fun. People still enjoy it.
Yeah. So anyway, let us know if you like those vlog style build series videos. We are going to do those again, but also make them very topic oriented. So it's like specific things that you can learn. And if you have any suggestions on what you would like to learn when it comes to building your own van, let us know. We absolutely love our van layout guide community, which is a private group. A lot of the time people request to join who haven't purchased the van layout guide, but it's actually for people who buy the van layout guide. Then you get access to the private community, again, only if you've purchased. And we love that community because we have seen what it is that people want to learn, and we get to see the common questions and just get to connect with other people in the community, and it's really fun, and it's so engaging now. It's really cool. People answer each other's questions, chime in with what they've done for their build, how they've solved this problem. It's just really fun.
That is what's really cool, because the community is coming full circle, because we've developed it in a way to try to help as much as possible with the DIYer who's building their own van. Through the Van Layout Guide program, all of the dimensions of all the different builds that we've done. Plus we offer console calls, so you can book a call with me for 30 minutes and go through all your questions you have before you even get started. And then what's really fun now is people that have booked 2 or 3 consult calls with me and have gone through a build. Now you're seeing new members of the community come in, answer, ask questions, and these people are answering because they know, because they've already gone through the process with us and they've already built their own vans. So it's really, really cool. There's some great people who built some beautiful vans, and that's one of my favorite things about it too, is seeing people post their finished van builds or their van builds in progress. And there's a lot of you that are building some really cool stuff out there. Yeah,
for sure. So there is a link for the van layout guide below, which is actually, we revamped a couple months ago. No, probably 4 months ago at this point, because it's been a couple months since we had a baby, which is crazy. We actually built it on Squarespace. And one thing I'm really excited about that Squarespace recently launched is their membership platform, which now I feel like I need to go back, the van layout guide, and actually use their platform. It's so cool that they finally did this. I definitely saw this coming in the future. But now if you say want to start your own online course and have it be membership based or have a private member back end where you have to purchase the plan to then actually see the content, Squarespace now has that integrated into their platform, which is so amazing because Squarespace truly is now an all-in-one software, because they have the websites, they have emails, they even have scheduling on there now, and now they have the membership platform. So it is really an all-in-one, best of all of the worlds combined. We used to use ClickFunnels and all sorts of different email softwares and stuff, and now you can literally have it all in one place, which is amazing for us
small
internet
business
people.
owner. That's huge.
Yeah. Plus, not only that, but it's actually really affordable compared to using all those different softwares. To actually have it all in one saves you quite a bit of money. So if you're interested in checking out Squarespace, head to squarespace.com for a free 2-week trial. And when you're ready to launch, head to squarespace.com/40 hours for 10% off your purchase of a website or domain.
I don't think there's anything else you guys want to hear about.
No, we'll have some new build videos coming up soon.
Just gearing up for the holidays.
Yeah, we figured, casual video in our living room today. Maybe we should get a cameo with Mr. Whalen. You guys haven't met him yet.
I'm gonna go get him.
Yeah, he's a real cute. He looks just like his brother did. It is wild. Sometimes I think they're twins. Here he is. Here's a sweet little guy. Hi, buddy. The internet world wants to meet you.
Just woke up. No, still not even awake.
He says, my name's Waylon Thomas. Thomas after my dad.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet little chunky boy. He was 8 pounds, 5 ounces when he was born at 37 weeks. So he's ready for a little feeding, aren't you, Betty? So that is it. We hope you guys have amazing holidays with your family. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll be back soon with some build videos. We did just need some time as a family. Something we haven't taken. We only took like 2 weeks off with Vance, so.
Yeah, this is actually the first time in over 2 years that we don't have a client van right now.
Which feels amazing. But we're getting one in January, so
we got
it wasn't a long break.
All right, have a happy holidays.
Bye. Say bye, buddy. Say bye, everybody. Bye, YouTubes.
Oh, no. Like this, Mom. Oh. Hi. Yeah. You want to... Oh. So cute. Mwah. Love this little guy.